Hey, Liz, welcome to the stream. Let me get this thing off my screen. Look at me doing rhyme scheme early in the morning. How are you? Just to do an early stream today, so thank you so much for being here. It's been a very interesting couple of weeks. I had to hurry to set up my camera, so right now, like, something is not right. It feels a little bit off. Feels a little bit. Just push that a little bit at the back, and then I'll just lean back here. Oh man, I haven't seen the sun like since I woke up. I woke up around what 5:45. I've been able to wake up early these days. I mean, I know the reason. I cannot talk about it, but I've been able to wake up early, and I haven't gone outside. Yeah. So is it snowy up in Denver? Is it that bad? I hope it's not. Oh wow, snowstorm. Usually, what you guys get in Denver is just way worse. I feel like we just have last. What time is it here? So here, hey, we have my good friend. Oh, she's changed her name. Okay, oh, is this a different account? I don't know what it is, but nice to have you here, Sassy. I mean, Mutombo. Sorry. What time is it? It's currently 7:41 a.m. Normally, my stream is at 9:30, but I have this talk, this panel discussion at 9 o'clock, I think. Yes, 9. Yeah, it's so I decided to just go in here. Hey, Sid Divine, welcome. Hey, just so you know, before I even forget or before you leave, because I'm sure you have to leave very soon, I have chosen to stop streaming on Facebook. So I'll actually be streaming. I just did this one now to still make the announcement because I know that people who are watching from Facebook, watching from other places. So yeah, I'll be streaming mainly on YouTube. So the last time I said this, I realized that I didn't make the thing clear enough, and I feel like some people may not have learned what was going on. But yeah, yep. Liz, no, I work from Sunday to Thursday, and then I am off on Fridays and Saturdays. So that's when I get to do everything, writing, even editing, when I don't do it during the week. But yeah, so yeah, I have Fridays and Saturdays off, which is really comfortable because of my workplace. I mean, they changed my schedule. When was that? A couple of months back. But I like the new schedule. I mean, until when I figure out how to change it, or if I need to change it before I'll change it. Yeah. So yeah, I am not working today. I mean, I can only afford to do this when I'm more working, but I realized I could still afford to do it even if I wasn't working. If I woke up earlier, but then I choose to use my mornings to do other things, like trying to get my writing back. I haven't written in such a long time. Let me just give you a piece of advice for anybody who loves to write or create. Don't stop it doing it. Like it's terrible. It's so hard to come back when you take a break from any form of creation. So if you're doing YouTube, if you're doing writing, if you're doing anything, just keep going. Don't stop. It's harder to restart, I feel, than it is to actually start. But those are just my thoughts. What do you think? What do you think, Liz? Is this true? Have you felt the same way about making things? Ooh, by the way, I'm going to be opening this box live. It's a book that I got, and I'm very excited about it. That's why I wanted to do it live, because it's that special. It's a special book. Let me take off my address here before I put it on the internet. I remember when I started doing YouTube and I put my address online, my wife was like, "How dare? Are you crazy? Do you want people to show up at your door and just like, hey, I saw your address on the internet. What's up?" So yeah. All right. Sweet. Liz, I see you're getting really, really close to. You don't write, but you make YouTube videos, right? You make YouTube videos because, I mean, Peros here does love YouTube. I love her editing. I love her storytelling style. I feel like she's one of my favorite Cameroonian YouTubers, just because she stands out in her own way. She's not trying to copy anybody. She's not trying to do anything. Hey, don't get the big head, Sassy. Just relax. But yeah, so you say you don't write, but you let me wear my glasses before I faint here. Jesus. All right, much better now. Roses. Well, I'm actually trying to force myself to take a break from YouTube, but I find myself still editing, though not posting. You know, I think that's a good place to be, where you're able to make things because it's part of who you are. It's become your identity now. It's something that I'm working on building for myself, because writing is something that I love so much that whenever I'm not doing it, it's like I'm punishing myself twice. Because not only am I not writing, but I'm not improving the craft that I'm supposed to be improving. Please let me know if the background music is too high. I'm trying to find the perfect balance. Is it even still there? Yeah, it's still there. But yeah, I think you can make stuff, but you don't have to post. Like, it works for me. I have a lot of poems that I've been writing, things that I've been working on, draft folders. I have a ton of drafts. In fact, I have like 1,000 drafts of like ideas, sentences, scenes, paragraphs just pop up in my head. I'm like, oh, this is good. This is good. I put it down, then I never develop it. So don't take a break. Or if you're going to take a break in a way that, let me put it this way. I feel like it's like walking. I think I read it from James Altucher, or I've forgotten. If you get sick, right? If you get sick to the point where you cannot move and you have to stay in bed for like 2 weeks, I don't know how long the time is. I don't have the medical knowledge, but your body muscles, like your leg muscles, start reducing. You start atrophy begins if you don't use the muscle. I think it's about 2 weeks. I'm not sure. And I feel like that's the way it extends for anything else, whether it's making things, whether it's talking to, it's like not talking to people for like imagine not talking to people for 2 weeks and you have to talk to somebody. I feel like it's probably going to be very awkward in the beginning, right? Before you pick up the pace. I'm like, oh yeah, this is how you get those talking things done. And I started uploading more on my second channel. Yeah, I saw the link to your art channel, and I think that's pretty cool. In fact, I hope you're going to do some live sessions in the future where you actually, draw live, not record them, just actually there, so that we can be there with you and see the process. So we'll know if you're not cheating and lying and then just drawing those things behind our backs. I don't know how to not work on some kind of creative outlet. This is hashtag goals. Hashtag goals. It's even for me that I'm having a hard time writing. Like the video I put up yesterday. Fun fact, that video is not doing as well as my other videos, but I'm so proud of that video. In fact, whenever I put my time and energy to edit any video, it's almost as though it's not going to work. I've noticed something weird. When I put too much effort in the video, the YouTube algorithm is like, we don't care about your effort. Go and kill yourself. But the more I do that, the more I put in effort, the more I do the kind of things that I want to do, I can also see the difference between trying to build a business and then trying to do things for yourself, because you do need to have your own personal outlet. You cannot expect to turn your passion into a business just like that. Like, yeah, we live in 2021, internet access, all the good stuff. But people see like what they like, and people are human. So 100%, I think it's good to have a way to make things. I think human beings were born to make things. We're just, in God's image. God is a creator. Just saying. Just saying. You're saying that this stream is going to be short, relatively, or I don't know, long, depending on how it goes. So I was hoping to get some Q&As. I have my knife ready here. Got this knife from Amazon for some reason. I wounded myself with this knife once. Cool. The music was thank you, Divine. The music volume was good enough. Okay, it was. So have I made it worse? Because I lowered it. I tried to lower it. I don't know if I made it worse by lowering it. I hope not. So, where are you watching? I'm holding this knife now. I look like a psychopath. Where are you watching from? What are you doing this morning? What time is it where you are? I mean, don't give your address. Just time, maybe city or country, whichever one works for you. He said goals. I forgot that there's a lag and it might come in the wrong time. Yeah. I mean, the internet is amazing. Can you imagine what it was like to have to communicate like what 30, 40 years ago? Now we get upset because of lag for like 4-second lag. I mean, this is something that happens. By the way, just so you know, I usually play games during the weekend with my buddies, Mark and Nodita and other guys on Twitch. So down here, you see the link to my Twitch where I play. Like, I mean, last time I played was probably like 2 weeks ago. I don't play as much as I could or want to. But anyway, sometimes you launch the game, right? You launch the game and you're waiting for the game to find players because it's a 4v4. So 4 players versus 4 players. It's a third-person shooter. And by the time the game takes more than 2 minutes to find somebody, I personally start freaking out. Like, why is this taking so long? What is wrong with the internet? And then I catch myself. I mean, not in the read. I'm talking about something like, wow. There was a time when you had to send a letter and you had to wait for like weeks for the person to read it and then maybe reply, and you have to wait for more weeks. So you probably take like a month to get that conversation going. But now I'm sitting here and I'm complaining when it takes 2 minutes for a game to connect. The audacity of Jesus. But anyway. 1614 says St. Kant, Cape Town, SA. Nice. Thank you. I know Liz is up here in Denver, so we'll probably have the same time, 7:51. Denver is like 1 hour. Actually, well, if you drive fast, like my wife, is like 1.5 hours to get there. I don't like driving, so try as much as possible not to. But anyway, I'm going to open this book now because everybody's busy, and you're not going to wait here for me to drag the anticipation for too long. So this is a book that I got 2 days ago. It came out, what's today? March 12th. It came out on March 9th. As soon as it was on my wish list. As soon as I saw the notification, I was like, I have to get this thing right now. And got it and came in the next day, and I was like, oh, I have my stream. Ooh, sweet. Let me read here. Wait, what does Liz say? Just join Liz. Yes, Liz should be getting to 1,000 subscribers very, very soon. I watched I saw one of her videos. Today was a live stream she was preparing for. She was at 902 subscribers, I think. Not too sure. Yes, do join Liz. Liz has been working really hard on her channel. She's doing her best, working through the YouTube space. I feel like YouTube teaches you so much about yourself if you take it consistently. Even if you never succeed in building like an audience or a business or anything, you learn so much about yourself by trying to build a channel. Discipline. I think I made a whole video on that. I made a whole video on the idea on that whole process. Let me find Liz's link and share it with you in the group. I think somebody just asked who is Liz. So Liz is my friend from Uganda, and she makes YouTube videos. She's a mom. She's a spouse. It's not a profession. It's pretty cool. Yep. Roll with Liz. So I'm going to copy her link now and share with you. 903 subs. She's just a few subs away from 1,000 subscribers. Which, if anybody is making YouTube videos, you know that this is it's a huge milestone. So if you're watching this replay or you're watching this right now, it really means a lot to me. If you can go check out Liz's channel and subscribe if you like it. I don't force anybody to subscribe to anybody's channel, but if I'm recommending a channel, it's because I think that they're going to have some value from it, or that the person is just a really cool person, So go check out Liz. So Twitter is not going to allow me to share the link for some reason. But anyway. Yes, I'm going to open the book. 1 second. Let me recognize the people in the building. People are joining in. Thank you so much for being here. Yep. A lot about how spoiled we are with technology. We are spoiled with technology. Like, there was a time when we could not do this, and then now we are like, oh my God, internet is so slow. Why? Jesus. Hey, Divine says it's 5:52 there in Nairobi. Nice. Thank you. Jenny. By the way, Jenny, I did say this last time, and I think you were watching from Twitter. I'll be streaming only from YouTube I guess I'll say from the month of March, April. From April, yeah. Let me just do that. So I'll use this whole month to just talk about it every single stream. Like, hey, I'm going to YouTube. Hey, move to YouTube. I'm moving to YouTube. Just move to YouTube, all right? So Liz, I think you probably hear because I explained it earlier. She's a YouTuber. She's a mom. She lives in the US. She moved this year. I'm not sure, but her story is on her channel. You can go watch her story and see what Liz is all about. Her link is inside there. So, Weirdo, I don't know if this is a time or place, but we are here. So, yeah, I didn't know you had a tattoo. Just peeped it on your arm. Feel free not to address this comment. Oh, if only you knew the things that you didn't know. You know, thing I love about that I actually personally enjoy about writing was that I got to reflect. I don't think I do a lot of reflection on video I guess it's because of the format. Talking to yourself is not the same as writing. Because when you're filming, you're essentially talking to yourself. You're assuming that there are people who are watching on the other end of the screen, but you're really just talking to yourself. And to sort of address versus not address the comment, there are a lot of things about people that you don't know because you don't get a chance to get into context. I'm one of those people. I've realized over time that I don't trust people from the very first. Like, I don't just trust people anyhow. It's difficult for me to trust you until I've gathered enough evidence that you're trustworthy. And it's very... I used to think it was bad. Now it's like, I need to know how to understand that aspect of myself. I really have a hard time trusting anybody that I don't know. And my knowledge doesn't have to be like, oh, somebody told me that I can trust you. That too could help if I know the person that told me to trust you. So all this to say that if I don't trust you, there's so many things about me that you would not know and that I will go to my grave with, and I'm totally fine with it. So showing my tattoo is not a big deal because I'm getting to a point where I'm getting more comfortable with even trusting myself and wearing, because it was intentional. Like, I could have hidden it for the rest of my life. But at this point, I guess it was like, let's see who notices it. Let's see who it turns off, because I'm getting to a point in my life where I'm just tired of having to pretend. So this is me. This is me. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. Hey, Samita Hera. What's up? I'm good. Where are you watching from? Welcome to the stream. It's an earlier stream today. I have a panel on Clubhouse in a few, like 1 hour, 30 minutes. And so I decided to do an earlier stream so that I'll be able to do the panel. It's on immigration. If you're on Clubhouse, you can join. If you need an invite, I can send one to you. Just message me on Instagram. More than happy to share my invites with anyone who needs it. So, 9:54, au Quebec, Canada. Canada in the building. Sweet. I know. It's like there's nothing new under the sun. Every single phrase has been used in a song. Yeah. I'm very sure that if you decide to just speak random sentences, there is a song lyric somewhere that has those sentences. And that's just the way life works. So let's get to the book opening. I promised to open this book live, so this is the goal. Got this 2 days ago. And I wish I could do like a Peter McKinnon unboxing. I actually thought about it when I was doing, look at me dragging unboxing of one book. I thought about it when I was like, oh man, it'd be nice to film, like, turning on the knife, putting the camera forward. Like when Cody does unboxings, I'm like, nah, I need to learn how to do these things. When I make my videos and people, and I get really good comments, like I've got on everyone like, oh, your editing is good. I'm like, yeah, this is great. But if only you knew where I'm heading towards and how difficult it is and how huge the mountain is for the kind of videos that I actually want to make. But you have to celebrate the milestones, right? I love filmmaking. I love good videos, and I want to be able to make the kind of videos from the people that I admire. And it takes work. It takes practicing. It takes trying hundreds of thousands of hours, 10,000 hours, I guess, of deliberate practice. But yeah. Yep. Oh, this is it. This is it. So, I need you to guess what book this is. Just try randomly. Just guess what book this is and why I'm so excited. Just guess. Seriously, I'd like to know if you can attempt to guess. I can give you a hint. If you want a hint, reply in the comments. Let me know. Something about mentality. Wrong. I mean, yes, you're wrong. It's fiction. Let me give you a hint. It's fiction. Yes, that's one hint. Who else needs a hint? Or you can also say what the book is about, what you think the book is about. That'd be nice. Where is Sassy and Liz and Divine and Samita? I'm waiting for you guys to guess what book this is. I'm going to cry. Let me first of all get my water here. You said it is just. It just came out, so you okay. Wow, this is, you guys don't even know how to play games. I'm trying to be funny here, and I'm failing. You're never helping me out. This is evil. Who sent you to my case this morning? This early 8 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock now in Denver. 8 o'clock MST. Okay, another hint. If I give another hint, you probably know what book it is. And if I give this hint and nobody knows what book it is, then I'll like this hint is just going to give a title away. Let me see. Work Smarter by Curtis Jackson. Why does everybody think that I'm only reading personal development books? I just said it's fiction. It's fiction. This is personal development, clearly, or nonfiction. But I should get a book. That's a book with 50 cents, right? Some of us are not book readers. Look at you. You're not book readers. If you're not a book reader, then what are you? So, first hint was it was fiction. Second hint, actually, I'll give two more hints. This is the author's second book. Actually, three more hints. And by the fourth hint, you would know. I'm just dragging this because I really like, I never enjoy trying to guess what the book is. And I sometimes when I see people doing this, I'm like, oh, this is nice. Read poetry. So this is the author's second book. Last time you mentioned getting more books on spirituality. I did mention that, but I haven't finished reading the books that I have. So I've stopped buying non-fiction books for now. So you're correct, Divine. I mentioned that, but I've stopped buying non-fiction books because I noticed that I have a lot of books, as you can see behind it. These are books that I'm supposed to be reading. I just brought them into the office space so that I don't have to move around when looking for them. All those books that you see there. So I haven't read those yet. So I'm not buying any new non-fiction books until I'm done with this lot right here. So the first hint was it's a fiction. Second hint is the author's second book. Third hint, it's a woman. Yes, it's a woman. I know, you know? Sense Pasking. No. Well, I just said it's a woman, so no, it's not Sense Pasking. I have Sense Pasking Kindle Publishing, but it's not. But you're close. You're actually very close because the author of Sense Pasking and this author are originally from the same country, which is Cameroon. So that's a fourth hint. It's a Cameroonian author. If you cannot guess at this particular point, fiction, second book, female, Cameroonian. These are four hints. Come on. You should be able to at least guess by now. So you've had four hints. I'll repeat the four hints. The book is a fiction book. The book is the second book for this author. This author is a female author, and this author is originally from Cameroon. So, no Google searches. Just guess. You're late. Well, welcome. It's actually sort of you're early because this is an earlier stream than usual. So welcome, Delight, and congratulations. Yes, I see your WhatsApp status and I see that of Phil. So I know. Sandra from Dufe, no, I not no. What are we guessing? So, Delight, we are guessing the book that I just opened. I just opened a box with the book inside that I've been looking forward to opening. I bought this book 3 days ago, literally, and I waited to open it live because I wanted to do it again. So, here are the four hints. The four hints for the book. I'm repeating that. Somebody has already answered. And the winner is me. Yes. This is a book. How did you? I mean, I say how did you know? But I give all the hints. Yes, this is the book that I've been looking forward to opening. It's How Beautiful We Were, a novel by Imbolomboe, author of the New York Times bestseller Behold the Dreamers. This is her second book. She's originally from Cameroon. She's female, and it's fiction. So yes, this is the book. Hey, roll with Liz. Thank you so much for doing that. I completely forgot that I actually had super chats. Thank you very much. We have sort of two, I don't say two winners, but this is my second super chat. Thank you very much. By the way, you can support the channel directly using super chat, like we just saw what Liz did here. I'm working on so many cool things for the community. I mean, if you watch this channel, you know that this is something that I want to do for the rest of my life, literally. And the only way to do that is to be able to provide value, not just like beg for people to give you money. So Liz, thank you. I really appreciate it. I am very, very excited for the journey that we are both on as immigrants, as creatives. And yeah, I really, really love the support. So thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, my second super chat. The first one was the other Liz, Journey with Liz. The second one is Roll with Liz. It's like the Liz's are just making my life very nice. Thank you. So, talking about the book here, guess what the book was. So, from the New York Times bestselling and Penn Faulkner award-winning author of Behold the Dreamers comes a majestic and unforgettable story about the collision of a small African village and an American oil company. So that's what the book is about. When this book came out, I mean, it was on my waiting list. I thought of pre-ordering the book, and then I stopped. I was like, nah. And then, of course, Amazon knows that the book was on my wish list from Goodreads. It's like, hey, a book that was on your wish list is now available. Click. Immediately. I didn't even wait. I didn't even wait. Liz, thank you again. This is just really. Whenever I see this, it's like a vote of confidence. Like, Kamga, go. You do you. You keep making good stuff and keep grinding, because this journey is a long journey. And the more I am on it, the more I realize that it's going to take a lot more than anything that I've ever done. I think I was watching, was it Les Brown? Yesterday, talk about, I'm sure you've heard this quote, like, if you want to do something that you've never done, you have to become somebody that you've never been, something like that. And every single day that something happens, I remember that I am not here who I need to be. I need to grow. I need to become a better person. I need to get new skills and all that good stuff. So this is just one of those moments where I'm like, yes, I am building a community of people who believe in what I'm doing, who want to support me, not just with their words, but financially. So thank you again. Just had to say that here. Yeah, I didn't know that author, and that's a voluminous book. Delight, you don't know who Imbolo. You know what? 1 second, I need to get this other book because I cannot believe it. I'll be right back. Just 1 second. So we're going to do some education today because I cannot believe that Delight doesn't know who Imbolo is. How can you not know who Imbolo is? How dare you not know? This is Behold the Dreamers by Imbolo Mboe. Book was on Oprah Books Club. Talked about Jenny Jonga and immigration. Like, you need to know about this. This is her second book. The one I just got. The package we just opened today. The title is captivating. Yes, it is. And we've been anticipating this book for a long time. And I say we, I mean like all the book nerds. The book nerds and the book people from Cameroon. Gotta go out and watch again later. Thank you so much, Liz. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the super chat. That was really dope, really nice. And yeah, the stream is going to be up and you can watch it anytime. And next Friday we'll move to our regular time of 9:30. So yeah, I'm sure it'll be better then. Thank you. Yeah. Wait, you could have given me a year and I wouldn't have guessed, right? Who is the author? So Imbolombwe. Let's read a little bit about who the author is, because let me see if they put the same bio here as in the previous book. I don't think they did. Oh, they changed it. New picture. Ooh, nice. Look at that. So this is a new picture. Let me show you what the older one looked like. I mean, it wasn't old, but it was different. This is that's Imbolo. Oh yeah, those are my book notes. I had to make a review of the book. I haven't done it, and this is like 2 years ago. Yeah. So, Imbolombo is the author of a New York Times bestseller, Behold the Dreamers, who won the PEN Faulkner Award for fiction and was on the Oprah's Book Club selection. The novel has been translated into 11 languages and adapted into an opera. I didn't even know about that. And a stage play. An option for a miniseries. Yes, I heard about that. This book was going to be option for a miniseries. But this one, a native of Limbe, Cameroon, Bue lives in New York. She's a New Yorker. So that's who the author is. She wrote this book. This is her first book. This is her, I would say, I don't call it her breakout book. She's been writing short stories before. She did this one short story that she wrote before this book was published. And I know she published one story on Backward Magazine. And oh, so by the way, goes for the weekend, the snow is gonna be too much more to drive. Thank you for the heads up. Yeah, we don't get that much snow here in Pueblo, which is nice, which is very nice. So yeah. I appreciate the heads up. I will definitely go and shop this weekend. I'll probably go out today after the streams and all the panels and everything. I'll go to Walmart and get some things for the house. So yeah, thank you. Let me see. Thanks, Liz. Thank you for the super chat. Yes, I am home and turning on the heat. I am not going anywhere except to Walmart and go and get some groceries or something. Hebert, keep grinding, bro. It's a sweet journey with redefining self. Yes, brother. It's, I still remember I was hanging out in this man's house, George Michael with Patrick back in Malingo. Man, I miss those days. We used to go and just chill, talk about anime, watch movies, and just discuss. Bro, how are you doing, Masa? Long time. It's been a minute. I was doing an unboxing for this book. Just got it 2 days ago. So I wanted to do like a Q&A and then, yeah, talk about, yeah. I was looking forward to this book. It's Imbolombue's second book. I stopped buying books recently. Put it really close so I can see how beautiful the cover is. Look at that. How beautiful we were. Let me remove this just so that you can see. Of course, you're going to see a picture on my Instagram because I'm going to take lots of pictures of this book. I have a bunch of reviews sitting there just waiting. Like I have to review Eteka that is still just waiting. It's not yet done. So I'm going to be enjoying this book, probably read it twice because I'm trying to do better reviews. And I realize that to do good reviews, you need to have enough information to talk about the story. So yeah. Super Chat is not available in my region from what I see. Well, thank you so much, Delight. I am working on some other things that would allow you to be able to support from anywhere. I think even my YouTube, I do have memberships on YouTube, but I've not even know what to offer there, which is a good question, actually. Let me ask you who is watching. How can I provide more value to you? Like, this is something that I've been having a very hard time on my channel. I do a lot of things that I like, the reaction videos and the other cool stuff. Like, I'm enjoying the process of discovering myself and creating all this content, but I would like to know what you would want to see from me. Like, this is a very selfish question. What kind of videos do you want to see? What topics do you have? Anything that you would like me? Like, hey, Kamga, this is a video that I think that will help me. Make this video for me. Like, this is a moment for you to be as selfish as possible. What do you want to see on the channel? And I'm working on Patreon and resetting things there because the last thing that I want to do is to beg for money. I mean, it's nice to beg for money. People give you if you have money to give you. But I want to be able to create value that you feel that you're getting something out of your money and just giving money because you like Kamga, because Kamga is providing something. So you can leave a comment here, which would be great for everybody to probably say like, hey, I think that's a good idea. And you can also reach out to me privately. I would like that. So yeah. Wahala for me. Oh, and Wahala for which part, Delight? Which part does it? Yes, it's a lot better here. Facebook gets noisy most of the time and good stuff gets hard to find. I feel like I have more control here. Right? On YouTube, right? I think that's what you talk about. I'm moving to YouTube. Yes, I'm moving to, for those who may not have heard earlier, I'm taking this month of March, every stream I'll be talking about the fact that I'm moving to YouTube. So I will stop streaming on Twitter and Facebook. So it's going to be YouTube only. And I did talk about that in the previous, excusez-moi, in the previous stream where I mentioned why I'm making the changes and how the changes are going to be. So yeah, it's going to be YouTube only. And yeah. So the question I asked earlier, what is wrong with my voice? Is somebody sending some magic spells through the camera to catch me? I hope not. But yeah. Oh, this stream is going to be ending in 15 minutes. I didn't even notice that the time passed so fast. Jeez, wow. I'm having such a great time just talking with you guys here that so I'm still waiting for you to let me know what you would like to see on the channel, what kind of videos you'd like me to make. Okay, let me read the We Should Have Known the End Was Near. So this is the book that I was talking about just now. Yes. I'm going to read not an excerpt. I'm going to read just the flap, the jacket here for the book, just so that you can have an idea of what the book is about. I feel so proud to be Cameroonian. I love to see us being put on the map like that. Yes. Looking forward to New York Times bestseller book by Kamga Chasa. You know, I love that vote of confidence. Thank you. I'll just take that positive vibe, and I'm not going to try to downplay it or ignore it. I'm just going to take it. I'm going to keep it right here. That's what I'll do with it. We should have known the end was near. So begins Imbolo's powerful second novel, How Beautiful We Were, set in the fictional African village of Kosawa. It tells of a people living in fear amid environmental degradation wrought by an American oil company. Pipeline spills have rendered farmlands infertile. Children are dying from drinking toxic water. Promises of cleanup and financial reparations to the villagers are made and ignored. The country's government, led by a brazen dictator, exists to serve its own interests. Left with few choices, the people of Kosawa decide to fight back. Their struggle will last for decades and come at a steep price. Told from the perspective of a generation of children and the family of a girl named Thula, who grows up to become a revolutionary. How Beautiful We Were is a masterful exploration of what happens when the reckless drive for profit, coupled with the ghost of colonialism, comes up against one community's determination to hold on to its ancestral land and a young woman's willingness to sacrifice everything for the sake of her people's freedom. So, that's what this book is going to be about. And I look forward to reading it. We have advanced praise from Sigrid Nunes, author of The Friend. How Beautiful We Were goes to the heart of one of the most urgent matters of the day. Imbolo Mbue has given us a novel with the richness and power of a great contemporary fable and a heroine for our time. Looking forward to it. Is it self-published? No. Imbolo is a big-time writer. She's not self-publishing like some of us broke people. I'm just kidding. Self-publishing can work really great if you know how to do it. But no, Imbolo is published by Random House. Random House is one of the big guns. I think it's now called Penguin Random House. So Penguin and Random House have become one house, like one conglomerate house. So yeah, both books were published by Random House, both of them. Yep. New York, 2016, New York. This one was published, and this is 2021, I think. Yes. Penguin Random House, LLC. Yeah, now it's Penguin Random House. That is a publisher. Yeah. Voilà le publisher. So they're almost the same size. See? Look at some. Come on, camera, focus. Yes. I mean, just comparing the fonts, I feel like from what I see with the fonts here, is like this. The second book is going to be a little bit more serious than the first. Just looking at the font size, and if you see the author, the size difference. Usually, when an author gets known, their name, the font of their name, like the font size, is usually larger than even the title. So they're getting to that same level. Because if you read books like John Grisham, right? If you look at the covers, there's a reason why covers. There's a way that they write these things. I would love to study and probably watch some videos about it. But if you look at this book, for example, Behold the Dreamers takes the largest or real estate than the title of the author, right? The book, that's the title, the author's name. But then with this one, You have an almost equal, like the font size is a little bit larger, yes, but then the author's name is almost the same size. And I have a feeling that very soon, if she keeps writing more, which I don't, she's not particularly prolific, but her books are almost impactful. Soon you will have her name larger than the title of the book because she, the author, sells the book more than the title of the book. And you can almost see that progression with many authors, unless it's self-published and the authors have to decide, how the books come out and everything like that. So yeah, that's what I think. I'm sure a publisher like Mark will be like, no, Kamga, that's not true. This is the reason why. I am just an observer. All right. I don't know anything. Really been a minute. That's an intriguing book. Here, drowning myself in a never-ending fascinating book on Asian culture, The Ultimate Husband by Sky Kissing Wolf. Can't have enough of it. I don't know what the book is about, but that title does sound intriguing. The Ultimate Husband. Oh, man. Who do you think is best, self-publishing or finding a publisher? Both. None. This particular conversation, right, is like, do you think I should write articles or make videos or do audio? So self-publishing, the problem with self-publishing is that people don't understand that self-publishing can be done professionally and it can also be done unprofessionally. You can go right now on KDP, on Amazon, and make a book and do a cover yourself and do it and put it there. There are people who self-publish books. To answer that question, actually, I'm going to bring a couple of books. Actually, just one or two. None. I'm not going to get up on this shit. Let me just sit here. So, actually, no, let me bring the book. I'll bring you a couple of books that have been self-published, and you probably don't know the difference between this and non-regular books. Let me find them. 2 seconds. Actually, more than 2 seconds, but I tend to say 2 seconds because it just sounds better. Aha. We have a couple of minutes left. So, to answer your question, right? Let me see. I think that the whole system of how to present text for impact is called copy or copywriting. Yes, copywriting with the writing part of it, that you're correct. So I've brought the books. I'm going to talk about them in a bit to answer your question, Jenny. So just 1 second. Let me go through the comments. Brother, we learn every day. I keep enjoying my journey as I'm learning and growing. Like, you have one life. I feel like the older I get, the more every day becomes so important that I try not to look at the year. It's more like, if I can get something done today, I've won the day. And if you can win the day, you can win the week. If you can win the week, you can win the month, the year, and then you win the life. But you cannot sit and plan. I mean, when I say you, I mean me. And like, oh yeah, I'm going to get this thing later on in the future. I'm like, let me just do what I can do today. Like, just today, just right now. Yeah. Go and bring the book. Look at you now, ordering me around. Very soon. But if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook and you haven't, just like the video, right? So that I can like the video, share with somebody. So these 3 books, this one was sent to me. The one was sent to me by the author. Actually, these 2 books were sent by the author. I haven't done reviews. That's how terrible I am with this whole thing. I need to fix it. This one I bought myself. So this book was self-published. If you see here, the reason why I know it's self-published is because if you look at it in there, you'll see the date it was published. Made in the USA, November 6th. So this book, The Havana of Navarro Ravikant, if you know who Navarro Ravikant is, leave a comment. We need to be friends because I think this guy's a dope. Yeah. Oh yeah, my distance should end a bit. Well, the three books. This book is Kadavi Publishing. So David Kadavi, I did a review of his book called The Hard to Start, and I have to do a review of this one. It's called Mind Management, Not Time Management. And this is a self-published book. He's a designer himself. He's a writer. He's a podcaster. This book was self-published on Amazon, and this one as well. Ayodeji Awosika. I think I talked about this book a little bit. This was self-published, and I know because the date is there with Amazon. You can see it always at the back. You have the date inside. But this is just one form of self-publishing because Amazon allows you to do that. Like you said, you see, these are well-designed, good books. You wouldn't know that these books were self-published unless you knew what a self-published book looks like on Amazon, right? Now, the difficulty between self-publishing the book, yes, Abbas says Naval is awesome. You know it. So the thing is, I know Amazon is probably working on getting hardbacks. Like this is what they call a paperback. This kind of like stick. And most of the books that you will see in traditional publishing are you have hardbacks, paperbacks, ebooks, audiobooks. So I think right now the difficulty with self-publishing in a way that looks like this is just that the material is so expensive that you need to have a big publishing house to be able to do it because you have the funds for the marketing, the media, the production, and own even the equipment to do these kind of books, whether it's in China or in the US or wherever. So the question about self-publishing versus traditional publishing usually, I mean, it has different levels. Sometimes it's like the mindset. Will people take you seriously if you're published traditionally? Probably more, just because of the way people take seriously those who have gone to college. It doesn't mean that you're smarter or less smart than other people. So when you ask the question, self-publishing or traditional publishing, it depends. Like it really depends. What are your goals? Do you want to just make a book and say you're an author? Do you want to use it as a tradition to carry forward? Because you can go today and publish a book online and call yourself an author. So it's not really about whether you want to self-publish or traditionally publish. It's like, what do you want to do? Because each path is different. There's no path that is this is the best path for you. It's like it really depends on what your goals are. Because you might want to be traditionally published, but if your writing is not good enough, if you don't have an agent, for example, if you're not willing to, send query letters and all that stuff, my man Kiacha and probably Howard and especially Mark will know a lot more about traditional publishing than I will. And I know a lot more about self-publishing because that's what I read. And it's easier to just publish your book today. So that answer can be a whole video, and I'm sure there are people who have talked about it on YouTube or somewhere. So what I would say is that, figure out what you want and then see which path works for your goals, because there's no one that is better or worse. It's just different and it depends. You should check Joan Amami on YouTube. She's crazy about books too. Yes, I actually follow Joan. I do follow Joan and on Twitter as well. I think I've forgotten what her bio has something to do with the Christian lady, something. I've forgotten what it is, but yes, I do follow Joan. I don't watch a lot of Cameroonian YouTubers, I have to admit, because the kind of content that I watch, personal development, business, creativity, not many Cameroonian creators make those kind of videos. So I find it difficult to engage in that kind of content. Yeah. Yes, I'll check out the book. I think you talk about the, what's the one? Let me see. The Ultimate Husband by Sky Kissing Wolf, sorry. Yeah. I love the book hauls. From time to time, you could as well review books you've read in the past. See, so this channel, let me explain. Whenever somebody starts a sentence, let me explain, they're feeling bad. This channel is about three things. Essays, like the one that I posted yesterday that nobody watched, which hurts my feelings. Please go and watch that video. I don't know why nobody's, when I say nobody, people did watch. It's just like the results are just dropping more than my regular videos. So I'm just like, what is wrong with this video? I put so much love and effort in here. Like, what did I do wrong? Can somebody just, And so essays, reviews, and reactions. Recently, I've really doubled down on reactions because I was getting a lot of watch time from those and I wanted to get monetized, which I did. Yay. So I do have reviews in the work. The first review that I have to do this month is Eteka, Rise of the Imamba by Ben Hinson. I need to get that review out of the way before I do anything else because it would not be fair. This author, he sent me this book. He's a really cool guy. I read the book. I enjoyed it. And I haven't done the review yet. So I will be doing the review for the book. And I'm also thinking of doing a review for Coming to America. I'm not yet sure about that. But I have to do Eteka first before anything else happens. Yes, copywriting. Who is your favorite author so far? I have a favorite book, but not a favorite author. My favorite book is The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. I cannot say Paulo Coelho is my favorite author because I didn't enjoy all his other books as much as the Alchemist. So yeah, that's a difficult question for me to answer because I don't think I've read enough to comfortably say, okay, I've read many of these authors' books and I know that whenever he or she publishes, I'm going to enjoy the book. So when it comes to fiction, I would say Paulo Coelho, The Alchemist, is my favorite book so far. I haven't seen a book that I can enjoy as much as that one over and over. With nonfiction, I would say The Art of War by Stephen Pressfield. So I can say books, I love the book specifically, but not the authors. I don't know if that makes sense. It's like, I would say The Matrix is one of my favorite movies, but it doesn't mean that the Wachowskis are my favorite directors. For example, my favorite director will be Edgar Wright. Yeah. I just thought of a movie that I really enjoy, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. Has anybody watched Scott Pilgrim? I love that movie. Oh, we're about to end the stream very soon. Naval is awesome. Yes, he is awesome. I love Naval. If you don't know who Naval is, if you want to find out, he has a free podcast, on Twitter. Dude, if you're remotely interested in, I would say, philosophy, money, business, health, wellness, topics that cause you to think and rethink the way you look at the world, mental models, all those things, I would highly recommend you go check out Naval's Twitter. This guy is just, I don't know how else to describe him, but his thought process made me realize that I am nowhere near where I need to be, but there's so much free knowledge online that I can use to get there. So yeah. Totally unrated, but at what point on a video does YouTube count a view? Do I have to watch the whole video for your view to be counted, or a limited amount of time or minutes? I think a view is counted by 30 seconds of viewing it, but watch time would be the cumulative time that you spend on the whole video. That's what I'll just say the summary. So I think 30 seconds that's a view, but for the watch time is going to be you actually watching the video. So yeah, that's what I think. I'll have to verify that. Okay, yeah, that's the same question you asked. So I think that answers the question, Delighted. So it will be 30 seconds, and then for the watch time, it will be actually how much time you actually spend watching the video. And watch my ads, please. I'm finding it very difficult to read The Alchemist. Why is that? Maybe you're not ready for it. Maybe you're not ready for the book, or maybe the book is not ready for you. But I love The Alchemist. I read The Alchemist almost every single year, like 3 times a year. It's every time I read it, I get something out of it. But did you watch my review? Maybe because I hyped it too much. I'm sorry, probably I might destroy your experience of The Alchemist. Burroughs, The Alchemist is legendary. Hey, see, thank you. What she said. Wishing you a nice time on the panel Clubhouse. Most Android users like me are still on the sign up waiting list. I feel you. Like my man invited me to Clubhouse. I didn't have an iPhone at the time. It was like months ago when it came out, I think. So I saved because iPhone is not like, it's just an extra expense that I was not like, I'm not going to kill myself to get this iPhone. Like, no. So I did save some money, and when I had enough, I got an iPhone XR, which not a new iPhone. I'm not getting a 12 because of this. A new. Or maybe we should just get iPhones. Clubhouse is good. It is. I think they're working on an Android version, but I don't know how long it's going to take or how soon they're going to be. But yeah. Oh man. Yes, Clubhouse is only for iPhones. Oh, I asked a question earlier. Nobody has responded yet. What would you like to see from me on this channel? Please, I need your feedback. I made a video on feedback. Go and watch that video and then give me feedback on your feedback. All right. I have it sitting on my desk. We'll try again. Okay. I think there's so many books in the world. For example, I did a review. I'm going to be closing this stream in like 6 minutes. I need to prepare for the panel. It's starting at 9 o'clock for my time here. So there are too many books for you to force yourself to read a book. Some books you should not read. There are just too many books in the world. You don't have to read all the books. Like, even if you read one book per week for the rest of your life, you will still not be able to read, I don't know, I think like a quarter of the books on earth, and they will still be publishing new books. So, Pharaohs, Zazie, I'd say don't force yourself. if the book does not work with you, leave the book. Like, I'm one of those people who tells you, don't read a book you don't like just because somebody on the internet or somebody told you that it was a good book. I love The Alchemist. I highly recommend it, but if you don't read it, we're not going to stop being friends. Do you? Honestly. Yes, Clubhouse is only for iPhone for now. I think they're working on an Android version. I'm not yet sure. I'm gonna stop peppering me indirectly to be on Clubhouse. I don't have an iPhone. I'm trying not to feel bad. Just wait. All right. Android will be coming soon. You Android users, some of us have left the Android Earth. We are just soaring in the iPhone plane. So I feel you. I was once one of you. I know how it feels. We are still thinking. I love all you do so far. Here's the thing. I want to be able to provide a product or a service or a package that you can pay for that would help you improve some aspect of your life. So don't think too much. Send me your requests. I think you have to show your editing process, your tips, and how you plan your videos. Yeah, that's a good idea. That's what I can work on for the community, because I do have I'm working on my Patreon page that you'll be able to support me very soon directly. I think if from Cameroon, you'll be able to support the Patreon. And in my Discord server, which I'm working on, it's going to be so dope. Like, I'm so excited for the kind of things I want to do for the people who decide to sign up, because I have been in many Discord servers and I've seen the kind of value that creators can bring and how important it is to actually make sure that people get the value of their money. And I don't want anybody to put money and then say, Kamga, you've wasted my time, you've wasted my money. What is wrong with you? So yeah. That iPhone arrogance has been installed in you. See, I would not lie. I've used Android my whole life. I remember buying I got the first iPhone 2G, and then I skipped. I got a 3G, and then I skipped. I got a 4S, and I think I got a 5 too. But I've never had an iPhone until recently with the XR, and I'm using both. Like, I don't have a second SIM card in this country. You have to pay for a SIM card to use per month. Like, I'm not going to do that. So the phone that I use for iPhone, the Clubhouse, is just for Clubhouse and social media. And to be completely honest, the user experience of the iPhone is so much different from that of the Android. And I find it much more intuitive. I used to think those people were just talking about those articles and making those things on the internet because they could talk. But honestly, iPhone phone experience, I don't know about Mac. I don't have Mac. I use Windows PC, and I'm not about to change until when I start making my big money. But it's different and it's better. Let me not lie. Have you read any Jordan Peterson? Most people consider him self-help, but I think he's more philosophical. I agree with you. I agree. I don't even think he's self-help. I watched some of his lessons that have nothing to do with what I'm going to. Like, I've watched some of his classes on YouTube, and I'm like, he makes me think, really. I love the way he communicates. I love his arguments, and I've seen some of his debates. I don't watch his debates much because I think people get very confrontational with him because they're not even open to getting his point. So they don't even, try. So yeah. I think Jordan Peterson has a lot more, like, he causes you to think, even if you don't agree with him. If you're open enough, you can get some aspects of what he's trying to talk about and apply them to your own life. I listened to 12 Rules for Life summary anyway, but I watched his. I think I listened to his interview on Jordan on Joko winning the Joko podcast, and also Joe Rogan. I don't think I watched one Joe Rogan, but yeah. So I've watched his talks. I've listened to his podcast. I haven't read 12 Rules for Life. I think the second book is coming out again. He has a second book coming out, so I'm not yet. I guess I've weaned myself from personal development reading, because there's a trap that happens when you read a lot of self-improvement content that I've noticed. It's probably a whole other video. You get to a place where you think about all these things, right? You think about how to improve life, how to this, what mindset. But if you don't take the time to actually apply them in your real life, then it's like this cycle. It's like wasting your time. You shouldn't have bothered reading. So I try very actively now not to read a lot more personal development for personal development's sake. I want to apply what I read. So when an opportunity happens in my life where something happens and I can, in real time think about it and try to remember what I read in the previous book and apply it, I'm much more grateful than try to read yet another book. So I do have a lot of books. I still read, and I try to read as much as I can, but I try to read less, try to consume less and create more. When I think that's the mindset that I've had now that is making me create a lot more YouTube videos. and trying to get back to writing because I cannot spend my whole life just consuming content, massa. Like, that's just a waste of my time, you know? I'm telling you, Jenny, the iPhone arrogance. Once you get an iPhone, you just become arrogant. It's part of the software. It just installs in your hands. You just become like, oh, I feel you. You need an iPhone? I can help you with that. Regarding Jordan Peterson, yes, agreed too. I haven't read him, but I also watch his videos. He's somebody that I recommend to nearly my brother, my friends. Like I love his content. Second book is already out, Beyond Order. Yeah, I sometimes listen to his daughter's podcast, Michaela, and I think I saw the announcement there. It was not on his own on his own channel, but yeah, he's an amazing speaker, teacher, thinker. I think you can watch him and see how to make your arguments. Right, I love that about him, to be able to see how he uses logic, he uses knowledge to make his points, and he's just really smart. Like, yeah. You're right, Kamga. Watch a video on the trap of self-help videos and books. We'll send you a link on WhatsApp. Thank you. I'll watch it. It's funny you send me a link for me to consume more. But yes. Yes. Is it a video from Better Ideas? Because I know Better Ideas made that video. I don't know if Better Ideas or Nathaniel Drew or Andrew Kirby or... Dude, I've watched so many self-improvement YouTubers. Like, sometimes I feel bad for myself. But yeah. Man, this has been an amazing session. I really would like to continue, honestly. Like, it's just that I have this panel. It starts in about 20 minutes. I want to prepare and get ready for it because it's going to be a dope conversation. If you are on Clubhouse, my handle is at Kamgachasa. You can find me there. If you're not on Clubhouse and you want to be on Clubhouse and you have an iPhone, send me a message on Instagram. Also, if you are remotely interested in video games, I have my Twitch. The link is right there on the screen. You can go search me there and find me. And today I'll be playing with my friends Mark and Narita. We'll be doing some Monopoly, Uno, maybe some Rogue Company, which is my favorite game so far. I love playing Rogue Company. I play a lot. So yeah. So yeah, you're so right about reading so much self-help without acting. Gets me too. Yeah, it's like eating without exercising. It's like everything, consumption, production. If you're not producing, who was it who said this? I saw a quote on Twitter. If you're not creating, you're destroying. I forgot who he was, but there's so much to consume in the world that we need to make an active effort to create. And this is my own part that I'm doing right now. So please, if you're watching this as a replay, if you're listening to what I'm saying right now, reach out to me through Instagram. If you're going through something that you think that I could help by making a video or a course or an article, or I don't know, even a mentorship program that we work one-on-one for me to help you out. Who knows? Maybe I'm skilled in life coaching, like somebody said, but I have to coach my own life first. But anyway, it's been a very amazing experience being here. I love my live streams and I love having to interact with you. It's so important to me to build a community, like really. So Forsu, Waze, thank you. Delight, you came late, but thank you. Pero Sassy, good to have you here. Really appreciate it. Jenny, go to YouTube and turn on the notification bell. These videos are going to stop being on Twitter from next month. I'm warning you. You're the only person watching from Twitter. I don't know what you're doing there. Probably tweeting, but I hear you. We had Divine showed up on Facebook and left. Herbert was here. Abbas, yes. Naval, dope. Herbert. I think we had Roll with Liz giving my second super chat. Appreciate that. By the way, this is a super chat. For those who don't know, you can actually support me directly on the channel. Yes, that's a new monetization thing that happens. So thank you for that. And we had Three, who was the only person who was able to guess the book that I opened up today, which was How Beautiful We Were. So yeah, this is nice. I like this. Divine, thank you so much for being here. Jenny, you were here earlier. Liz and Samitha, thank you for showing up. Thank you very much. Love that you were here. And Liz was the first, and she had to leave to go do something. She's warning me about the snow here, so good to see how that happens. By the way, this is the same person that's supposed to divine. Well, See, glad to know. Thank you. Thank you very much. If you like the video, you can like it. You can share with a friend. You can subscribe to the channel. We're getting close to 2,000 subscribers. I don't know if you've noticed this, but we're getting really close. We're around 1,800 and something. But who's counting? So yeah, we're getting really close. I forgot to say that. This is so exciting to be able to make these videos and see the growth and get the community. So I'm looking forward to serving you more. So if you have any ideas of something that would add value to you, whether it's, how to read more books, how to use information from books, things that would actually benefit you, please, I'm more than happy to take the time and make something that you will find valuable and that you would love. So do not hesitate. And thank you. I will see you in the next video, the next live stream, next something. In the meantime, do your best. Let God take care of the rest. And I really believe that once there's life, there is hope. You take care, my friend. Peace.